What's good, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. So, Kelli Ferrell from Real Housewives of Atlanta is in legal trouble again, y'all. So, you know that she recently fell out with her neighbor from the Homeowners Association. Well, now she's being accused of not paying her ex employee. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, on August 27th, Sanaya Casey filed a lawsuit against Kelli Ferrell, who's 40 years old, and her restaurant, Nana's Chicken and Waffles. Casey accused the defendant of breach of contract, wage theft, and causing her emotional distress. Casey said that they were hired on July 8th to work at Nana's, and on July 8th, worked until August 15th. She claimed to have only received one payment for services rendered during that time frame. I mean, she was only there for like a month. I mean, I'm sure it was probably what people get paid bi-weekly, so two checks, but it takes like a full um, cycle to get your first check out, right? I don't know. I used to work in restaurants when I was like in high school and college, but and even then, like most of our money, I was a waitress, so it came from tips. But if you're back of house, then you definitely want and earn your full paycheck. But that's interesting that she was only there for a month. Although if she's alleging that Kelly wasn't paying her, then ain't nobody got time to be working for free. Um, she claimed to have only received one payment for her services rendered during that time frame. She said that she was owed over $2,000 in wages and back pay. She said that Farrell failed to pay the agreed upon amount for services rendered despite repeated demands for payment via verbal communication, text messages, and emails. The suit has asked for $5,000 for emotional distress. That's actually not a lot. I mean, Shannon Sharp just paid Gabrielle Zunanga, whatever her last name is, it starts with a Z, 23 million for essentially emotional distress. So damages, I mean, you know, they can run. Aaron Brockovich got hurt. Well, I mean, those people, their lives were in jeopardy, but with cancer and everything. But she got them hundreds of millions of dollars from PG&E. So 5G's 5 racks really isn't that much when you think about it in terms of damages. Casey wrote, quote, "The emotional toll this has taken on my mental health, the instability of not getting paid by my employer has been crushing." She added, "The uncertainty of when I'll receive my wages, coupled with the emotional toll of giving all at my work while knowingly go on while they knowingly go on with their lives and still withhold payment has left me feeling devalued and deeply stressed. It's a betrayal that has significantly impacted my mental well being." Casey demanded a total of $18,788.52 in lost wages. Okay, that sounds a bit more reasonable. I mean, not to say that people can't take other people to court for $5,000, but it just seemed like it was a bit lower than I suspected. So $18,788.52 in lost wages, back pay, and unspecified damages plus legal fees. She claimed that she was considering pressing criminal charges against Farrell for knowingly withholding payment, paying without documentation, and failure to pay and collect taxes on said wages. So was she knowingly working under the table? Okay. I mean, a W-2 can clear that up. A rep for Farrell tells Us Weekly, quote, "Due to a routine administrative error that can occasionally occur when launching a new business, Ms. Casey's payment was delayed by 2 weeks. Rather than accepting a certified check that was promptly offered to resolve the matter, she instead chose to pursue a civil suit." Oh, so she was offered a certified check? I wonder why she didn't take that. That's interesting. Okay. One that significantly exaggerates um, The damages that she claims to have suffered during her brief 1 month tenure at Nana's Chicken and Waffles. Okay, wait. This is Kelly's lawyer is shady. Although that's a valid point, right? So you were only there for a month, and she offered you a certified check because it was a new business, and she declined it for whatever reason. She had already received one payment. So that actually sounds about right. Um, I don't know. This is interesting. Well, now she wants 18 G's instead of, the two that she was owed. We reckon it sounds like she's trying to come up on a lick, but I have to let the courts settle that out. We recognize that this type of scrutiny comes with the territory for Ms. Farrell. Nevertheless, we sincerely wish Mrs. Casey the best, both professionally and personally, and remain committed to resolving this matter swiftly and appropriately, Farrell's spokesperson ended. As Us Weekly reported, the RHOA star called the police on her neighbor named Perry over an alleged assault. Okay. She claimed that Farrell had to be physically restrained and removed from her home on August 9th. Kelly has been going through it. I mean, not just with the, homeowners association lady, but and her ex-employee, but also her ex-husband. Prayers up for Kelly. That's a lot. I mean, and she hasn't been on this show for long. Like, she hasn't been a Real Housewife of Atlanta between her and Britt 80. Oh my gosh. They are windmilling for their life. And they're the newbies on the show. That's a mess. Farrell's rep denied the accusation, saying, since the announcement of Kelly's involvement with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Mrs. Cash has engaged in a concerning pattern of behavior directed at Kelly and her family. Out of respect for all parties, we will not be commenting further at this time. We strongly urge that Kelly's privacy and that of her family be respected, and we caution against the spread of misinformation. Okay, so hopefully they can get that sorted out. My question is, I was wondering why Casey wouldn't take the certified check from Kelly if she, like if she needed the money and she earned it, and if Kelly was offering the certified check, then it doesn't make sense that she would turn it down, unless, like I said, she was trying to hit a lick. But again, I don't know. But for her to only be employed there for 1 month, and she knew that this is that Kelly was opening the business, and with all the startup costs and trying to get everything organized, it's not like Kelly had this location up and running for several years and everything was clockwork. So, and like I said, she's trying to raise four girls. She's trying to deal with a contentious ex-husband. She got the homeowners association lady. They're windmilling and fighting. Girl, Kelly, girl, what is going on in Atlanta? Oh my goodness gracious. That's a lot for anybody to deal with. I mean, I can understand how one of her employees' paychecks, slipped through the cracks. Not saying that it's, necessarily a good thing, but I mean, human, mistakes happen. But if Kelly was offering you a certified check, then you should have, taken it and cashed it. It doesn't make sense that she wouldn't, except, like I said, she wanted to go through all this rigmarole. Because if you were only employed there for 1 month, like, girl, ugh. So she received one payment, was only there for a month. Now she's talking about emotional distress and, lawyer fees and back pay and all this stuff. And I'm like, girl, you were only there for a month. $18,000, that's a bit much. Because first it was 2,000 that was alleged the back pay. Then it was on top, the $5,000 with the emotional distress fees. Now we have 18,000 when you're bringing the legal team involved. That's a mess, girl. But anyway, I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. They coming for Kelli, girl. They coming for Kelli. But the Bravo checks do clear, and I heard they are a cute coin. Maybe not as cute as they were, back in the heyday, but still, hopefully enough to cover not only the second location of Nana's Chicken and Waffles, and I'm hoping that that um, restaurant is doing well too, but to get this whole legal issue put behind her, and so she can move on, because Kelli is fighting. Like I said, she's fighting everybody, child. Her ex-husband, want a piece of the pie. You got the homeowners association lady windmilling, fighting her, and she got an ex-employee trying to get a slice. Lord, just break them off a little bit of the waffle, Kelli. That's what they want. That's what they want. They want a couple crumbs. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.